Hello and welcome to Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire. We are going to be playing as our Paladin here, which is going to be the final run-through of all 5 of the Quest for Glory games, unless I do some kind of mixed character, which I think is unlikely. So let's dive in. We'll watch the introduction first, because I love it. I think I said that last time.
Silmaria was a peaceful kingdom nestled among 100 islands, until the dragon came. The beast rose from its ancient lair and plunged the land into chaos. 7 pillars were raised and enchanted with spells from ancient scrolls. The pillars were placed throughout the kingdom. As each one rose, the dragon became weaker. This powerful enchantment drove the dragon into its lair. But remember, dragons live a long time, and once angered, they do not forget. Years of peace have come and gone, and most have forgotten the dragon's reign of terror. But there are those who do remember. And for one in particular, the past is seen as the key to the kingdom. I have seen a vision that the blood of a murdered man will break the ancient spell and free the dragon from its tomb. And as the pillars fall, dark fingers of evil will reach out across the land. The king of Silmaria, and I do not have long to live. An assassin has been unleashed to kill me, and an army of evil terrorizes the countryside. Silmaria must have a new leader, and the dragon must be destroyed forever. Only a hero can save the kingdom. I pray one will come in time.
The stage is set. Let's get Sir Galahad here imported. There we go. Alright, so we don't need to do too much in terms of our stats. I'm going to leave magic alone, because for the most part I'm going to try to avoid using it other than healing and things like that. So, whatever, you can just pretty much optimize most of these. You can't start any of them above 400 anyway, so there you go, that's fine. Can't get much better than that. Let's dive in.
So, dear boy, the reason Fenrus and I brought you here is this. You are a hero. And so, in the grand tradition of all heroes, you need to go where you are most needed. That happens to be Silmaria at this moment. The former king was assassinated a short while back. We have no idea why this was done or even who did it. Thus, you were summoned. Silmaria needs a new king, and thus the Rite of Rulership is about to begin. This rite will determine the next ruler for the kingdom. We would like you to enter the Rite of Rulership. It is the most likely way to find the villain behind the nefarious deeds going on in Silmaria. If you choose to accept this mission, you will need to go to the Hall of Kings to speak with Logos, the centaur who is in charge of Silmaria right now. You will enjoy Silmaria. I am certain you will meet some old friends and make new ones. This is an interesting city, and these are interesting times. I've arranged for you to stay at the most amusing inn in Silmaria. Would you like to go there now, or are you ready to head into danger?
Yeah, the inn we're going to be staying in is very in keeping with Erasmus's brand of humor. Let's just go right to Silmaria. And I think we can right away just dive in and go see the Centaur Logos in the Hall of Kings. So the only time in the entire game where we are in the Hall of Kings and actually have the ability to control our character. Let's go in right here. Or not.
You may enter the Hall of Kings now.
There we go. Gonna do a little chatting. Hear about what's been going on with an old friend.
Greetings, Prince of Shapir. I am Logos, counselor to rulers and speaker of Silmaria. Welcome to the kingdom of Silmaria. I have heard much of you from your friends Erasmus and Rakesh.
Greetings, my friend. It is good to know that you are here. This land needs a hero of your abilities.
I trust you understand why you were summoned here. The Rites of Rulership need one more entrant before it can begin. All other competitors are worthy individuals. However, I suspect that these rites will be more dangerous than they are intended.
We believe that the one or ones who assassinated the king of Silmaria will attempt to make certain the contestant they support will win.
You must understand that your life will be in grave danger from the moment you enter the Rite of Rulership. We will be doing everything we can to stop the assassin, but you need to be wary. Hero of the lands of Shapir, Tana, and Mordavia, will you enter the Rites of Rulership?
All right, let's talk to him, hear a little bit more about him, the place, and what's been going on before we agree.
It is an honor to meet you.
Right.
I am the speaker of Silmaria. I am the voice of the king and of the people. I will make certain that only the most worthy shall attain the rulership of this kingdom. That is my duty and my honor. Rakesh and I have been friends for many years. When the king was assassinated, I contacted him through Erasmus for his wise counsel. Both Rakesh and Erasmus mentioned you and spoke of your worthiness.
We have good friends.
The Rites of Rulership is a series of quests that will aid Silmaria. 5 individuals will compete to complete these quests. The one who accomplishes the most will be judged worthy to become king. To enter these rites, you must first contribute 1,000 drachmas to the rulership fund. This can be done at the Bank of Silmaria.
Your father, the Sultan of Shapir, was informed of this by myself and my wife, and has contributed 300 drachmas toward your entrance in the rites. Erasmus and I have each deposited another 100 drachmas.
I don't know, we don't need to ask about quests to the bank, doesn't really tell us, but we can ask about our adoptive father.
The Sultan Harun al-Rashid has sent a letter of recommendation about you. He says you would make a most splendid king, to use his words. He also sends you his blessing and trusts you will choose the future you wish to fulfill.
All right, and how about the local area?
Our kingdom of Silmaria consists of the Isle of Merit and the outlying islands in the center of the Med Sea. The city of Silmaria was built upon the prime port of this island and is a thriving center of trade for the world.
All right. We don't really need a geography lesson, but I would like to know more about the assassin.
The assassin used a poison dagger to kill our king. The poison is very deadly and unknown to our healers. Unless an antidote is administered immediately, the victim is dead within a minute. Even with an antidote, unless the victim has a very hearty constitution, he will remain unconscious for weeks. We are trying to learn the exact nature of the poison in order to cure this.
The assassin of the king is a man skilled in stealth and the use of a poison dagger. A merchant was also presumed to be killed by the assassin, for his body was found by the docks, and he died from the same poison.
Yeah, they know a lot about how various people respond to this, given that there's only 2 people they know of who have been exposed to it, and both are dead. And apparently the animators... Ooh, sorry about that. Apparently the animators didn't have a conversation with the script writers, the ones who showed the king having his throat slit, unless that was a poisoned throat slitting.
You have a wide range of experiences to draw upon from your past. It should serve you well in Silmaria.
All right, I say we agree to enter.
We will be pleased and proud to have such a worthy hero contesting to become our leader.
Say farewell.
I shall see you again when the rites of rulership begin. May Tyche, goddess of good fortune, smile upon you.
And let's chat with Rakesh a little bit.
It is a pleasure to see you again. I can think of none I would rather have by my side in times of danger than you, dear friend.
How's he been?
I am well and fine, my friend. We can speak later of these matters and of old times. You will find me during the day basking in the sunshine near the arena, on the other side of Nob Hill from here.
And we asked Logos about him, so let's ask him about Logos.
Logos and I first met in Thebes, when he was a young scholar and I was just earning my warrior rank.
I had journeyed there to study the riddles of the Sphinx. I mistook Rakesh for a Sphinx when we first met.
When he contacted me about the assassination and the invasion, I had a bad sense that things were even worse than they appeared. Thus, I came here.
All right, and the rites?
The rites of rulership are a wise and honorable way to choose a leader. The very quests will strengthen the kingdom and allow Logos to judge who will be worthy enough to be king of Silmaria.
And we may be the only people in the world, the only person in the world, who knows anything about Arana, so let's let Rakesh know, now that we know her whole tale from our time in Mordavia. You tell how you freed the soul of the wizardess Arana from the darkness of a woozle in Mordavia.
I sorrow to learn that Irana is truly dead. She was a paladin in all but name, and the world has lost a great goodness. I rejoice, though, that her soul is free. Thank you for your words.
And what can he tell us about town?
Silmaria is a lovely city. I have visited Logos here before these tragic occurrences. It reminds me of my homeland, Tarna. You should take some time to explore and enjoy yourself while you are here.
All right, let's get moving.
I will see you soon, my friend.
Although, we're not going to go very far, because we're going to come over to Rakesh's Sunning Rock and actually just have another conversation with him. Most of our first day here is just going to be kind of laying down some foundational groundwork for the story and getting to know what's going on.
Greetings, my friend. I sense that your adventures in Mordavia have altered you. You seem more mature and wise, but there is some sorrow in your soul. The price for being a hero is sometimes costly. Take some time to relax and enjoy yourself in Silmaria. I do not believe there will be any great disasters until the rites of rulership begin. Once they do start, you will have need of all your skills to determine the truth behind what goes on here. That reminds me, you left a few things behind when you were summoned away from us in Tarna. I have brought Soulforge, the paladin sword that I gave you when you took oath as a paladin. However, I sense you have another paladin sword, the equal of Soulforge. If you do not object, I will keep Soulforge. I may have need of it in Silmaria. I will return the sapphire pen you always wore. I could sense the magic of friendship which it contains.
Certainly, as a paladin, we have some different conversations, and Rakesh has different things to say. Most of that was unique to the paladin class.
I am honored to see you again, my dear friend. I was summoned here by my son Chakra, who has made this island his home. We are a long way from Tarna. My life mate Krisha will be pleased to learn that you are well, and now in Silmaria.
All right.
Tarna's enjoying the peace you brought to our land. Your friends Yesufu and Yahari are married now, and Uhura's child grows strong and proud like his mother. You are missed there.
I just find it really nice to hear about what's going on in the places we previously visited.
Krisha has a new apprentice she is instructing in the magical arts, or she would have joined us here. She said there is a strong magic surrounding this island. I suggest you speak with Chakra about that.
And Chakra, the son we never knew about?
Chakra has his own magic shop in the town square, and I am staying with him there. It has been a while since I had last seen him, and he has grown much. There are too few paladins in this world, my friend. The path of selfless goodness is difficult to travel. Hold in your heart the truths for which we stand. We bring peace where there is war. We must show mercy to our defeated enemies. We fight for justice rather than revenge. Let your sword be guided by your wisdom, and your actions guided by your heart.
Very nice, Rakesh.
I believe that much of the problems in Silmaria are masking a greater evil. Too many things have happened recently. The assassination, the invasion, sea folk declaring war. I am certain they are tied in some way. Silmaria needs a ring of truth to uncover the lies that hide here.
This is the first we've heard of a ring of truth.
The ring of truth is a magical device that only a paladin can make, or so I have been told. I have never made one myself. I know of it from the paladin who first gave me a sword and set me upon the path of righteousness. A ring of truth is made from the ring of a true king. It must be forged in the blood of a dragon and consecrated by the blood of a paladin. Lastly, it must be tempered by the waters of binding. When these things have been completed, then shall a ring of truth be made. When a lie is spoken in its presence, it will glow. By this, you can prove the guilt of one who would deceive you. I fear that Silmaria will need this ring to banish the falsehoods.
Well, that sounds like an interesting item. We'll have to look into that.
The island of Merit has been invaded by an army of Hesperian mercenaries. Silmaria has no army, and while the city is well defended, the island was not. If you travel beyond the city gates, you may encounter those fierce warriors.
Right.
I arrived not long after King Justinian had been killed by the assassin. Judging from the evidence, the assassin has the skills of a thief, for he scaled several walls and avoided many guards. Chakra says that magic was used also, but he does not believe that the assassin is a spellcaster. The poison the assassin used is deadly. It is death to any who are touched by it, unless an antidote is given within seconds. Even then, the poison cannot be cured, and only the strongest will survive the coma it brings.
Again, not sure how they know that.
For several months now, the ships of Silmaria have been under attack by the Tritons, the half-men, half-fish sea folk. Fishing and sea trade with other kingdoms have ceased. Merit has been virtually isolated from the outside world, except for magic.
Alright, and again, we'll ask about Logos.
The centaur and I have remained good friends over the years. He is a wise counsel and has guided 2 kings in Silmaria. He will soon guide a 3rd when the rites of rulership are over.
Just a little bit more info.
King Justinian was a good ruler for this land. He ruled for almost 20 years, and Silmaria has flourished. The rites of rulership are a series of quests to prove the worth of those who would be king. The quests vary, depending upon the needs of the kingdom. Logos and I will be determining what those rites shall be.
Alright, and we can just tell about our time in Mordavia.
It grieves me to learn of Irana's death, but at least her soul is free. She was a wizard with the soul of a paladin, and she brought kindness and joy to the world. It was good that you were there to give her peace.
That's also subtly different compared to what it says to the other classes.
If you decide to pursue the truth, speak to Logos about the King's Ring. You should be able to get into the Hall of Kings by telling the guards that I sent you. Go with honor, my friend.
Alright, we can do that tomorrow. We don't have to do it right now. Alright, let us carry on. We have a magic shield, I didn't know that. That's fancy. Alright, we can read the bulletins some other day. For now, let's go into the bank, meet another old friend who
Greetings
doesn't really tell us that
and
much
welcome to the First Bank of Silmaria. This is the safest place to keep your savings secure from pickpockets and thieves. Would you like to leave your money with me? Oh, it's you. I was told you were coming. Your friend set up a savings account in your name. Hefty sum of 500 drachmas. You've got some generous friends, let me tell you.
Alright, let's have a little chat.
Hi there. Have you invested in your future? This is the place to save. I'm Sam the banker man. I own and run this bank. Would you like to make a deposit?
I know it's his business, but he has a remarkable dedication to making you deposit and not withdraw money.
The First Bank of Silmaria will keep your money safe and secure. Drachmas can get heavy when you carry too much of it, and you make yourself a target for every cut purse around.
Ask about the rights, not that he has a lot to say.
The Rite of Rulership Fund is set up for the competition to become King of Silmaria. You need to contribute 1,000 drachmas in order to enter the Rite of Rulership. Usually people have friends and relatives help raise that much cash. We have one fund which gets contributions from all the guards in Silmaria. It takes a lot of money to enter the Rite of Rulership, but it is a great honor to compete to become king.
Alright, and I'll ask about our account.
Your savings will be kept in the most secure safe in all of Silmaria. The safe is equipped with the latest in modern locks and has a complex strap guaranteed to fry the robber foolish enough to try it. Thanks to your good friends, you've already got 500 drachmas in your account.
You can tell him how much we appreciate our friends.
That lion guy said that he and Erasmus the wizard were starting the savings account for you. They wanted you to enter the Rite of Rulership. Man, you have strange taste in friends, but they sure make good ones.
Alright, let's ask about town.
Silmaria is a great place to settle down and save a little for the future. Too many people forget how important a savings account can be, particularly adventurers. Adventurers think they can fight monsters forever. Next thing they know, they are begging in alleyways. A sad fate for a once respectable hero. So save today to keep the alleys away, I always say.
Alright, we'll tell him about ourselves, which will help us remember exactly where we've met him before.
I thought you looked familiar. Yeah, we met in Spielberg, where I was working the alley as a professional panhandler. It wasn't long after you left Spielberg that the pass cleared and the tourists flocked back to town. I made a small fortune and said bye-bye to those cold climes. Came to Silmaria and needed some place to stash my cash. So I started my own bank. Seemed appropriate after all. I'm still asking others for their money.
Alright, let's get out.
Our banking hours are dawn to dusk daily. When you save here, you know your money is safe.
Alright, and we'll pop in here next door as we cross this bridge. Get to know Chakra, Rakisha's son, who's going to sell us probably our favorite item of this entire playthrough. Or items, if we're being perfectly honest. After he makes his grand, albeit not all that showy entrance.
Greetings, Prince of Shapir. My father Rakish informed me of your arrival. I am Chakra Sultana, and this is the magic shop of Silmaria.
Alright, let's chat.
Greetings unto you, wizard.
Yeah, he thinks of us as a magic user. We're not much of one, but we do technically have magical abilities, so...
I am a wizard like yourself. I apprentice with my mother, Krisha, and the enchantress Aziza of Shapir. I am specializing in object enchantment.
Alright, let's ask about these guys.
My mother thinks highly of your magical skills. With several years of devotion to the art, you could become one of the most powerful of wizards.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
The enchantress Aziza is a very good teacher. She demands precision and dedication to the art of magic. I had to work very hard to please her, but I learned much.
Alright, and you said he likes enchantments.
I make mystic magnets and have made a magical charm bracelet that enhances a wizard's skills. I also create mana pills and mana potions.
And, alright, tell me more about these magnets.
The mystic magnets are a pair. You set one in a place of safety, a bedroom for example. You have only to use the other magnet upon yourself to teleport instantly back to the room with the other magnet. As you can tell, this can save your life when you are in danger.
I think we can skip over these other things. We're going to hopefully not be getting them.
This is a land that is rich with magic. This island is rumored to have risen when Atlantis was destroyed eons ago. There are many magical items and weapons to be found here. Many merchants sell such items if they consider you to be trustworthy.
Okay.
What is a shop of magic without spells? However, you are an experienced wizard, and I have only a few spells that you are unlikely to have learned elsewhere.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know how much magic we have. We can take a look.
This is my home and workshop, in addition to being a magic shop. If you are interested in purchasing something, just let me know.
And we'll tell about our time in Mordavia.
You freed Irana's soul from Avuzul. I grieve to learn that Irana is indeed dead, but I rejoice that her soul is at rest.
Alright,
May
let's
you
get the
walk
magnets.
ever with wonder, wizard.
Let's see, what spells do we have? Magic Ward and Healing. Honor Shield. So these are our Paladin spells. And then we also have kind of most of the basic magical spells that we are going to try and avoid as much as possible. So, yeah, we could buy some spells, a magic dagger, but I think we're going to ignore all of those, though we will buy this Mystic Magnet. I don't remember how much he'll go for. Let's try that.
I thank you for doing business with me.
Wonderful. And then there's something else we want to do that he doesn't really point out, but that really adds a good bit of sort of backstory and lore to what's going on. Stuff that doesn't get mentioned much elsewhere until it's really coming into play. But reading this book, studying the magical words, you make out the title, The Binding of the Dark. Though the pages are yellow and brittle with age, the words of the first page are powerful. I, Magister Aristotle, last sorcerer of Silmaria, speak now of the foul dark magic bound beneath this island in the form of a red dragon. This is the doom of Atlantis that will one day rise again to destroy the world. Let's read on. Flipping through some of the pages, this passage catches your eye. 7 pillars bind the darkness to the bowels of the earth. Forged with blood and magic, only with blood can they be destroyed. As long as one dragon pillar still stands, the darkness cannot take shape and thus cannot break the magical bindings. Again, you turn some of the pages until this message attracts your eye. The power of darkness lies deep within Marit's rocks. Its soul has been bound into the stone of prophecy. Unless the soul of doom drinks deep of lifeblood and feeds again upon death, the soul will remain in the prophecy stone. A few pages later, you read this section. The Temple of Flames gave birth to such evil, and now lies buried deep within the dark. May it never again be disturbed, nor the dragon of doom rise from its flames. A study of one page reveals following. With the willing sacrifice of the wizards of ancient Atlantis, the doom was bound. Only with the willing sacrifice of life and love may the dark dragon ever be destroyed. And near the end of the book, you discern the following. As long as the dragon pillars stand and the stone of prophecy remains safe, the doom of Atlantis shall remain bound. If it should ever again be released, it cannot be bound again. Only through the total destruction of the dark dragon can the world be saved from annihilation. The final page of the book is blank. All right, let's move on. So we can have a little conversation here with Marak.
Welcome, welcome, stranger. I am Marak, and this is my stand of food. If you find yourself suffering from the pangs of hunger, or desire just a snack to brighten your day, you have come to the proper place. May I aid you in any way? Just let me know, for I am at your service.
All right, we'll talk about a couple of things here, most of which we don't need to go into too much.
I am well and fine, thank you. It is a beautiful day, is it not? This city can be confusing to those new here. Silmaria has 4 plazas. This is the town center and the place of merchants. Above us is the plaza called Knob Hill. There are 2 paths that lead downward from this plaza. One will take you to the docks, the other to the westmost gates of the town.
We certainly don't need him to describe that anymore.
I have foods of all types to delight the taste. From savory to sweet, I have something that is unique.
The island.
The island of Merit is usually very popular this time of year. Unfortunately, the death of the king and the invasion have driven many away.
Okay. And finally, he can tell us about himself and his family.
I am Marak, a kata from the land of Razir, desert birthplace of my people. My family and I have journeyed afar to serve one and all with such pleasures that they might fancy.
I do love this. Ask about pleasures. We'll ask about his family first, but then that.
My mate and beloved is Sarah, maker of gifts who has a stand on the other side of the plaza. My darling daughter is a fine musician and shares her love of music with all who have ears.
All right, let's ask about pleasures.
My family and I sell joys for the ear and the taste and the eye. My wares treat the mouth to a variety of sensory experiences from this region and beyond.
The katas, not that we haven't met more than our fair share.
We kata are a desert people from the lands to the east. We are traders and merchants to the world.
And finally, let's get a nice update on Razir for the first time since leaving there.
Several years ago, my people were driven from our homeland and scattered with the winds by a most evil man who usurped the throne of Razir from its rightful emir. I have heard word that my homeland has been freed by a hero, and the land is now ruled by a wise and gracious woman. One day, my family and I shall all return to the desert lands once more.
Let's hear about this hero.
It has been said that a mighty hero was brought to the desert lands by my people. He defeated the foul wizard that drove away the kata. The hero is said to be a most kind and brave man.
Woohoo! Go us! And how about now the woman who's in charge?
The new ruler of Razir is the daughter of the old emir. She proved herself to be resourceful and wise, and welcomes my people home. Her name is Zaisha.
Zaisha is the woman that we saved by giving her our visa and clothes.
So, you are a friend of my people? It is an honor to meet such a hero. You are already a part of kata stories and history.
All right.
It is a pleasure to meet you, and I hope that I may aid you in any way that I can.
All right, I'm going to buy a few things that we're going to be needing. Sure, that's fine.
May your mouth be charmed by the taste of it.
That's not what I meant to do. I meant to get more than them, not pay more. That was dumb.
May your mouth be charmed.
All right, we'll get a few of these guys.
May your mouth be charmed.
And we're going to buy one of these artichoke pizzas.
May your mouth be charmed.
And at least 2 pepperoni pizzas. 2 is probably fine.
May your mouth be charmed.
And we're also going to get at least 2 of these boxes of chocolate. Well, mocklet. I don't know what it is. Similar to chocolate.
May your mouth be charmed.
Alright, and because we are a good and noble person, we're going to give a little slight donation to Sala here, the musician. Or not. Sala thanks you with a song. Classic Quest for Glory theme. You can also steal some flowers here. Why not? And now let's head down to the dock. I'm going to talk to the weaponsmith. Now, he's going to have some fun items for us later, but for now, we'll get some basic stuff, and we'll just talk about what he's got going on.
Yeah. Welcome to sunny Silmaria. What do you want? I'm Folus, weaponsmith and weapon seller. You need a good weapon, you go see me. You got a spare weapon you want to get rid of? I may decide to buy it. If it's about weapons, I'm the person you want to deal with.
All right.
You want to see my weapons? Show me you've got the cash, and I'll show you my stuff.
We'll get to that later.
There's a strong warrior in town who calls himself Magnum Opus. He knows how to use real weapons. There's also a big, ugly guy that hangs around with the scientists. I don't see that he's got any weapons, but I hate to mess with the size of those fists. Then there's a woman. I can't believe a woman thinks she can become king here. Kings are men, not dames. She'll learn her lesson soon enough. If you play in the big leagues, you've got to be tough.
Yeah, kings are men, not dames.
The rites of rulership are not for wimps. They prove who is the finest man suited to become the king. You've got to be tough to be the king of Silmaria. Brains and brawn. The best combination for the true warrior.
Alright, let's tell them about our own adventures.
You're a hero? Wouldn't know it to look at you. You'll have a chance to prove it around here. Just enter the rites of rulership, and we'll see who's a hero.
I'll be
You
doing
know
that
where to
shortly.
look if you're looking for weapons.
Alright, so let's try this. We're going to get a few throwing spears. Hasn't worked exceptionally well for me in the past, but we'll try him again.
Nice dealing with you.
Alright, and let's move on to go meet another new friend. He's a very energetic fellow, sort of.
What? Oh, what are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy? Name? What's a name, boy? I've been called a lot of things in my time. You can call me famous adventurer. That's mostly what I'm known as now.
We will continue to try to learn his name throughout the game here.
New in town, huh? I was going to write a travel book about Silmaria sometime. Maybe I did. Just can't remember. Anyway, go see for yourself. Only way to learn.
We'll ask about his correspondence school.
This is the famous Adventurers Correspondence School. You think this was the library of Silmaria?
And let's let him know about ourselves.
So you're a graduate of this school. I didn't think anyone ever read the crap I write.
Alright, I think it's enough of his sort of low energy.
Got some advice for you, kid. Don't grow old. It ain't worth it.
Alright, let's move out here. We'll quickly steal just a couple of rocks off the ground in case we need them later. And then we need to wait for it to be 5 p.m. so we can also just rest for an hour. And head in here to the Dead Parrot Inn, where we get to become reacquainted with some old friends. One final new friend we can just say a quick hello to.
A right pleasure it is to be meeting you, mate. I be Orestes, a retired seaman, as it were.
And retired because he lost his arm, unfortunately.
This be a fine place to be, stranger. You'll like it here.
You say so. Interesting thing to say about a place that's apparently under siege.
Rumors is it you want to be knowing? Well, matey, dead men tell no tales. Nor do I.
Alright, let's say farewell.
Be seeing you around, I be sure.
Alright, now...
Well, now,
hello here.
look who walked in. What can I do for you, tall, blonde, and handsome?
I know what I'd like to do for him.
My name is Budar. If you see something you like, just let me know.
If you like what you see, let me know.
Alright, let's chat with the ladies.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to meet a man like you.
I prefer the pleasures that come after meeting the man.
Now are maybe a miss, but she doesn't miss much.
No, she does not.
Nawar and I come from Razir, where the desert sand is hot.
That's not the only thing that's hot.
I'll be happy to serve you a drink. What can I get for you?
And for a bartender, she doesn't put all that much effort into trying to get us to buy drinks.
The Dead Parrot Inn is the place to visit if you'd like a little nip now and then.
I know I like to nip every once in a while.
Oh, you can gamble on combat or skill or on love, if you like.
I know which I'd like.
Just call her Melody. She's real sharp, knocks guys flat, and boy, does she know the score.
All right, we'll remind her that we are the ones who saved Razir.
Welcome to Silmaria, oh hider in harems. We didn't get a chance to get to know you last time we met.
I'd certainly like to get to know you better.
This is not a bad place to be, once you get to know it.
There are better things to get to know here.
All right.
Come on back and see me sometime.
I'm gonna buy a few drinks here.
What can I get for you, pretty boy?
Buy 4 ales. Right. And give 1 to Budar.
I like a man who knows how to treat a girl right.
Budar, you like a man, period.
And we'll chat with Noir.
Hello there, stranger. My name is Nawar, and I'll be happy to help you any way I can.
I never do quite say that correctly.
I'm happy to greet you any day.
How you been, Noir?
It's a pleasure to meet you. Speaking of pleasure...
She does have a little bit of a one-track mind.
The Dead Parrot is a good place to come when you want some company.
At least as far as we're concerned.
This is the Wheel of Fortune. Just show me your money.
We may do this later, we'll see.
Silmaria can be cold at night this time of year. You might need something to warm your bed. Or perhaps someone. So we have met before. I thought so. I'd never forget your face.
Alright, let's move on.
Come back soon. I can't wait to see your, smile again.
Give her a drink as well.
You sure know how to show a girl a good time.
That's not all Nawar would like you to show her.
Alright, let's climb up this balcony here. You meet a very kind and talkative gentleman off in the corner. You feel a distinct prickling on the nape of your neck as though something wicked is near. Let's talk to this guy. This man acknowledges you with a grim smile that has no trace of humor. He doesn't seem too friendly or willing to talk. We give him a drink. He'll say a little bit.
What do you want?
Not much.
None of your business.
See what he has to say about town.
See for yourself.
And any rumors?
Fools don't last long here.
Alright, that's about all we get out of him. Alright, so let's move on. And just a couple more fellas we want to become reacquainted with. Here they are.
Greetings. I am Signor Ferrari, and this is my associate Ugarte. I believe we've had the pleasure of meeting you some time ago in distant Razir. You've made quite a name for yourself, haven't you? It'll be interesting to see what you can do for Silmaria. Rumor has it that you could be her next king. I am the owner of this Dead Parrot Inn. I'm a man of vast influence, and I'm certain we should get to know each other better.
Vast influence.
It is always a pleasure to meet old friends in new places, is it not?
I think so.
I was forced to leave Razir not long after you did. When the Sultan of Shapir took the city over, he did not approve of the way I did business.
Yeah, that's our bad. Sorry.
The Dead Parrot Inn is an oasis in this dreary little kingdom. It is a place to relax, refresh yourself from your busy day. If you are skilled, you can earn some money at the Wheel of Fortune. If you are lucky, you can make some real money betting on the combat held each night at the arena. If you are very, very skilled, You can make even more money by fighting in the arena and backing your winnings with a few well-placed bets. All in all, you'll find plenty to amuse yourself here at the Dead Parrot.
I'm not sure that our paladin ways would consider that to be fully honorable.
Silmaria reminds me of Rasir when Ad Avis first took over. The warning signs are there that things will get worse here before they get better. How fortunate for Silmaria that you are here.
And how unfortunate for you.
Ugarte has his uses.
I am a businessman, and I've always had my sources for information. If you need to know something, I'm certain I can find out what you want to know. For a modest fee, of course.
Ferrari's so kind to Ugarte.
It is good to see you again. I'm quite certain that we'll be seeing more of one another in the future.
Alright, and let's talk to Ugarte.
It is good to see you again. We parted the last time under most unfortunate circumstances. I was afraid I would not see you or anything else again. Fortunately, I got lucky.
Yes, Ugarte was taken to Kavin's dungeons, but presumably was released after we liberated the city.
I am doing rather well for myself here in Silmaria. There are many things which I know that others want to know as well. Silmaria has her little secrets, and I make a point of finding them. This island is not the pretty little resort it seems to be. There are many dangers for the unwary here.
He is the spider.
You wish to know rumors? I make a living from selling rumors. However, since we are such old friends, I will be happy to share a little of my knowledge with you. There is talk that there will soon be an invasion of this island. Already, many people have left. I will be happy to provide letters of transit should you care to leave here too.
Alright, let's move on.
Farewell, my friend. If you have any need of my services in the future, you can usually find me here at the inn.
I probably could have bought 2 more ales, because we can offer some to these 2 gentlemen.
Thanks. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, you have earned the right to use the Destroy Undead ability, so we must have reached, a certain cutoff on our honor points. Let's go grab 2 more drinks, and then we'll depart.
What can I get for you, pretty boy?
Alright, so we'll offer 1 to Orestes.
Why, thank ye, mate. Never turn down the offer.
And we can even offer 1 to Ferrari.
Why, thank you. You do have noble qualities, don't you?
Alright, now let's head off to our inn and pretty much end things for tonight. So, alright, there we go. Gonna do a little dance around the guard, I guess. Alright. So cross this bridge over on the west side of town. That brings us back up to the market. We'll be seeing that plenty of times in the near future. Now, let's go in and meet the proprietor of the Gnome Ann Inn.
Hello, sailor. I'm Anagramma, Gnome Ann, and this is my land inn.
She has quite the penchant for puns and other such alternative phrases.
California, or whatever it is they say around here.
That.
Want to get to know me a little better? I'd sure like to get to know you. I came all the way from Zorg to make this little bed and breakfast in winterless wonderland. And what happens? No tourists. That's the way my life goes.
Sorry, hopefully we can help with that.
This seemed like a good deal. I got a good loan from the other innkeeper in town. Nice guy, if a little chubby. As my first and only customer, I'll let you have the best room in the joint.
I don't know how many people describe Ferrari as a nice guy, but we'll see.
I don't know much about Silmaria, because I've only been here a short time. I'm always in and never out.
We talk about ourselves.
Oh, so you're the guy the chatting rat made arrangements for.
Cheese to meet you. Your room's paid up through the month.
And how is our room?
Yours is the first door at the top of the stairs. All the comforts of Gnome, including gnome-cooked meals.
All right, that's enough.
I'll be seeing you.
Normally we can just sit down at the table. We can order a meal here this way as well. And motions you to sit down at the table. She'll be right with you. This is an unfortunately long animation for no particular reason. We're also going to take a listen to an absolutely ludicrous description of a meal.
Today's special is something I think you'll really love. Well, maybe not love exactly. More like, well, you'll find it interesting. It's garlic smashed potatoes and pistachio cream. Tessie was making baked potatoes and ice cream for dessert, but Tony, who was juggling the garlic, slipped on the banana that my gal Sal dropped. Tony's garlic landed on the potatoes, and Tony landed on Tessie. Tessie landed on the potatoes, and they were really smashed, so that was okay. Then Rover found that Tessie had set the ice cream on the stove, and it had all melted. Fortunately, no one likes smashed potatoes without gravy, so things worked out just fine.
You eat your meal, but it tastes mighty peculiar. All right, let's head up to our room, and on the way, Anne will give us a key.
If you want to get into your room or the inn late at night, you'll need a key. Here you are.
All right, let's go to our room. And we're going to deposit one of these two magnets in the storage chest there so that at any point in time we can utilize them to transport ourselves directly back to our room, which is a handy little feat. And then I think we will end things here. I might spend the next few hours kind of training our throwing or something up for a little bit. But otherwise, we will come back in the morning and continue to learn more about Silmaria. But until then, see ya.